Hey there everybody, this is Caitlin here and welcome to another video for the week, and this time in particular I'm going to be discussing the Nintendo Switch. So it's out already, people have already started playing it, they've gotten their hands on it and everything like that, people are giving their feedback and whatever. I have still not played the Switch, I still haven't bought a Nintendo Switch, and you know, some people would be like, but it's the new Nintendo console, you need to get it, it's going to be revolutionary, it's got the Zeldas, and it's going to have awesome things, and things like that. But I mainly wanted to make this video just to discuss why I particularly haven't bought it yet, my reasonings why I've decided to kind of hold off on getting it, and whatnot, and basically, my kind of, thoughts on, specifically Nintendo consoles, I feel like. So, I've said to myself, I am not going to be buying any consoles, as soon as they come out. Literally, I've made it my mission. I'm not buying any handhelds or any consoles anymore on release. Because, obviously, if you wait a little bit of time, the price does start to drop. I was the same way with the Nintendo Wii. No, not the Nintendo Wii. The Wii U, basically. So, Wii U came out. God rest its soul, RIP. It's dead now, basically. But Nintendo Wii U came out, and I was excited for it, you know. I'd heard promising things about potential games. I'd heard, you know, a new Xenoblade game was going to come out. I heard that they were going to do things with, what was it? You know, they were going to do things with, was the Tokyo Mirage Sessions thing. That was pretty hyped for that and everything like that, but I didn't buy it on launch. Mainly because of the price tag, and you know, as I say, I save up for a lot of things, and the problem is, since I like a lot of things, I end up buying a lot of things, so I have to save a lot. So basically, I had to hum and haw, and at the end of the day, I was just like, can't get it at launch. I will wait until a game comes out, a specific game that I need to play before I buy it, and if I do buy it, I am going to buy it secondhand, or pre-owned, or whatever you want to call it, secondary market and everything like that, because that's just the way. I mean, I managed to get my Wii U. I got it for about, I think, £120, which, considering the price it was, I think when it launched, it was maybe, I swear it was like 250 odd pound or something like that. I don't know what that is in dollars. My apologies. I don't really know the currency conversion, but you know. I only bought the Wii U so I could play Splatoon. So, that was the game that sold me on it. Smash Bros didn't sell me because I could play that on my 3DS. And you know what, maybe I was missing out on, learning how to control it on a Wii U, but, you know, I was just like, meh, I don't play it often enough to warrant it getting a Wii U for it. So, I wasn't that keen on Mario Kart. I didn't really care about it. You know, things like that. I didn't care for Pokemon Tekken or Pokken, whatever you want to call that. So, Splatoon sold the Wii U to me, and I bought it cheap because I prefer to, you know, if it's something I'm not terribly excited about, then, you know, I will try my best to get it cheap, because I managed to get, funny story, for my PS Vita, because obviously I adore my PS Vita. Here, I'll show you it here and there. This PS Vita with my little tracer charm, if you can see it here, dangling off the side of it. I got this Vita secondhand. I traded in a whole bunch of games. I traded in a bunch of Nintendo Wii games that had been gifted to me or whatever, random, really random games, the party games that I never played, Guitar Hero, I never played that, a whole bunch of just random games or whatever, and DVDs I think as well, and CDs. I traded them all in. This Vita, pre-owned, was originally £75. After trading and everything like that, I got this for basically free. And I got a PS Vita game. I got Persona 4 Golden. So basically, I got such a good deal after trading a bunch of stuff in. And I love this Vita. Literally, I play it, anytime I go on the train or whatever, if I ever have to make a train journey, I'm playing this. Because it's, great. And you know what? Secondhand still works perfectly fine. I've had no problems with it at all. Works like a charm. So in that way, it's just right now, I don't really see any games that are out right now that I terribly need to play. I know everyone's going hyped out about Legend of Zelda and all that stuff, but I'm not the biggest Legend of Zelda fan. I like the story and the artwork and, you know, the concepts and things like that, but I'm not that huge fan. I've never really played the games. I've only played a slick number of games. I haven't played them all. So I am not that big enough of a fan for me to be sold on the Switch by one game alone. I am waiting for games, because by that point, by the time these games hopefully come out, the price will have dropped. Because I remember someone posted they made a post on Facebook or whatever, that they saw Nintendo Switch in, I think it's CEX, which if you're not in the UK, it's like a UK trade-in store or whatever, like for consoles, DVDs, games, blah, blah, blah. And it was like at £400, which is like almost twice, maybe even double the price of what it was selling originally, which is ridiculous because it's pre-owned. So why does that make it more expensive? So mainly, the games I'm waiting for to come out before I buy the Switch would be Xenoblade Chronicles 2 or next Xenoblade, whatever they're calling it. I would prefer just to go back to original Xenoblade because I wasn't, after getting so hyped up for Xenoblade Chronicles X, I wasn't too keen on it in the end. I was just like, this is a bit of a disappointment. So if they go back to the style of Xenoblade Chronicles, the original, I'd be sold. I'd totally buy the Switch. Another one I was kind of looking forward to was that we've had a hint of a Fire Emblem game for Switch. It's not Echoes, because Echoes is going to be on 3DS, which I find really bizarre that they made that decision to put Echoes on 3DS when they know they have a new system coming out for Nintendo. Like, why don't you put it on here? I guess they really wanted to get the last use of the dual screen or whatever for 3DS and just like, meh, we'll just chuck it on the 3DS, you know. We'll do that, that's fine. I was kind of interested in Splatoon 2, but I think Splatoon 2 is actually coming out sooner than I think. I think it's actually coming out pretty quickly. So I probably won't get it for Splatoon 2. But like, whenever they announce probably Xenoblade Chronicles or the Fire Emblem game, like, I'll probably get it for the release of that game. Mainly because there's a lot of things I still actually need to buy. Not just this month, but the next month as well. So like, as I was telling you before that this is Mad March and everything like that, all this crazy stuff's going on. I had Rycon there, the other week there. This weekend, I'm going to Manchester for Force of Will GP. So, you know, going to spend money there. What else? Oh yeah, I've paid for my table at Decon and my prints or whatever, so I'll be vending at Decon. I'll have an artist table there, so I've had to pay for that. Had to pay for travel expenses for Decon because it's in Dundee, so I have to pay for hotel, pay for coach and everything like that. In April, Persona 5, finally, after 20 million odd years, is coming out. And you know me, I'm a sucker for special editions, so I had to get the Take Your Heart edition, which comes with all the snazzy stuff, like the little cat plush, the school bag, all the stuff that comes with it, because I'm just like, I need it. I'm such a Persona fan, I need it. So, spend money on that. Well, that's like, what, maybe 70 odd quid or whatever, for which, you know, to be fair, a PS4 game is normally about 40 quid, even nearly 50 quid when it just comes out, and it's like a hyped game. So, you know, I don't mind paying the extra for the special edition because the game itself wouldn't feel like enough, so I need that special edition. You know, that's coming out. Is there anything happening in May? I don't think there's anything happening in May particularly. I can't think of anything else that's happening in May. But yeah, literally the next couple of weeks, I am going to, like, after all this stuff is happening, I'm going to be, like, flat broke. And that's not even counting in the fact that Return of the Dragon Emperor comes out. I'll need to buy a box of that, and, you know, that's going to be, like, another, what, I think the boxes have gone up to, like, £90 or something like that. I can't remember the price, because there's a little, like, price jump or whatever, but honestly, it's just been so crazy, and that's why I have to tell myself, any new systems that come out, I am not going to pay full price for them. I just cannot pay full price for them. It's just ridiculous. And you know that way where it's just like, maybe this month I'll start saving to get a new computer because I am desperately needing a new computer. Don't know, you can't really see it because that's my TV over there, but like down there on my desk or whatever is like my ancient laptop, wherever, that has all my artwork software, my what's it called, my OBS and all that stuff and everything like that. I use that for those kind of things, but it's so old. It is like so old. It's like, I think I got it in like 2011. Like, it is so old, and it is on its last legs, in all honesty. Like, it takes about maybe 10 minutes to like fully boot up. Like, that's how long it takes for it to actually get ready to start going and start my day and everything like that. So at some point, after all this has kind of died down, I'll probably maybe spend the summer saving up for a new computer. Maybe even just get like a custom build or something like that. I mainly need something that can like hopefully help me edit properly and stuff, like edit properly and all that nice stuff that we do. Potentially record games, because I would love to record games on PC or whatever. It's just with the way that my laptop works right now, you know, Honeycam Studios was like the best thing I could record or whatever, and even then it still kind of stuttered a little bit because of my laptop. But you know, I want to actually record games and stuff on my on a potential computer and not just live stream through the PS4. So, you know, maybe the summer we'll start with that. But yeah, depending on when those games come out, is when I will get the Nintendo Switch. And don't get me wrong, it looks like a lovely console. I've heard lovely reviews about it. My friend Josh, who I'm going to the GP with, he came in the other day there, in between the rounds of the tournament, he was playing the new Zelda, and it looked really nice, and you know, I like the way you can take out the little handhelds and everything like that, and pitch it up and things, and you don't technically need a TV for it and all that stuff. I like it. I've not got anything against it. I'm just saying right now, I just can't afford it. And there's no reason really for me to buy it when there's not a game I'm going to play on it. That's mainly my reason. Like, why would I buy this thing if the game I want to play is not out right now? So it's just going to be sitting there gathering dust, basically, because I'm not touching it because I'm playing my Vitas when there's games on this. Vita is very good. If you've never got a Vita, then get a Vita. Not sponsored, but get a Vita, because there's so much you can play on this on the go. And you know, it's handy that when the battery runs out, it kind of sort of saves your progress and everything like that. But I'm getting off track. So that's mainly been my reasons, guys. I just wanted to discuss this with you of why I've not gotten a Vita. I've got Vita on the brain now. Why I've not got a Switch. That's the thing I'm talking about, the Switch. That's why I've not got a Switch yet. So maybe in the future, like a couple of months down the line, maybe when the games that I won't actually come out, might make a video on it. Probably not, because the hype will have died by then, probably. But maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll just need to wait and see. But as I said to you guys, GP is this weekend. Hype, so much hype. So I do plan to vlog for like the whole weekend or whatever. I know this is really bad, but like I have not actually nailed down my deck list yet. I know I'm going to make my last minute decisions on the train to Manchester, which is silly because we need a handed deck list literally the next day. But we've like literally the 6 of us are all just like, right, we're going to be deck testing on the train. We're going to do this, guys. So literally, no. I'm going to be vlogging the whole weekend, so, you know, the video might end up being late on Sunday, but obviously because we travel back from Manchester about 2 o'clock, I think, and by the time we get back to Scotland, it's going to be like 7 o'clock at night or something. So my apologies if the vlog on Sunday is actually quite late. So my apologies for that. I'm so sorry for that if that ends up happening. It might even be later because I don't know whether, I'm still debating with myself whether to take my Surface with me to Manchester so I can edit on the bus back. I don't know if I can be bothered or whatever, because you know I'd be like a little bit like I don't want to take expensive equipment with me. So anyway, that's happening. Apologies if the video on Sunday ends up being late because of how late I get back home. On other news, I got a haircut. Don't know if you can tell here from the shortness of my hair. I don't know why I'm doing that, but yeah, it's all cut. Still have a little bit of like dye stuck around my head here. I don't know if you can see that. I've been like scrubbing away at it like terribly, and it's not really kind of fading, but hopefully it'll be fade by tomorrow. But anyway, I'm getting off on a little bit of a tangent because I'm a bit too hyper. It's like I'm getting too hyper because I've still got to pack my bag to go. But yeah, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a rant. It's not a rant, a discussion video between us about the Nintendo Switch. Let me know down in the comments down below, guys. Have you got a Nintendo Switch? Are you liking it? Are you just like me and you're waiting for that one game that you really want before you actually, you know, put your life in the line and buy this like brand new spangled piece of technology and whatnot? Because, you know, everyone was like, oh, VR is the new thing, and yet there's not really many VR games I've noticed. So let me know in the comments down below, guys, what you think of the Switch. Have you got one yet? Be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already, like the video and all that jazz. Check out the Patreon if you haven't seen it already and all the awesome tiers, and I'll see all you guys next time.